Good evening, our viewers at home. Thank you for tuning in and welcome to our podcast. My name is Tobile, and as usual, I am not alone. I'm with my co-host, Faith. You can greet our viewers at home.
Greetings, viewers at home. And as Tebile has mentioned, my name is Faith Mampeko. And as you know, every Tuesday we're bringing you wonderful guests. Today, I'm just going to give him an opportunity to introduce himself. Over to you, gentlemen.
Okay, my name is EMANUEL MOJELA, and basically that is my father's surname, but
Okay.
I use my mother's on my ID, but you can call me EMANUEL MOJELA.
Oh, are you ready? Mujela kana give a pedi?
Yeah, MOJELA ke ba pedi. Not to ke ba lobedi botse.
Oh, from
Yeah,
where?
because the pedi are tshwantsane.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, so Brother Emmanuel is a member of our church, Restoration Center Ministries, Singena Naye. So today we want to know your experience at church. We want to know actually when have you started and how, what led you to join Restoration?
Oh, okay. We used to have churches after our Sunday services, which means we would attend our usual services on Sunday at our different churches. We would go at 9, have our service, and then later on, then we'd go to another church as the churches in El Mafias. And then we'd go and have a church there. So that's how I went to Restoration Center.
Oh.
I think we decided to go to Restoration Center. My friend was preaching there. I was interpreting.
So you interpret as well?
Yes, I was interpreting on that. I've been interpreting for him like my whole life. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I've been interpreting for him.
So how
I
are you
never
still
preach.
doing that now, or you?
Yeah, if there is a need for me to interpret when he preaches, then he's gonna call me.
You
To interpret
interpreting
for
which language?
Gasped.
Gasped.
At school, I used to interpret for him.
Yeah.
At church, I used to interpret for him.
Yeah,
So that has been my life, you know.
Okay, you
Yeah,
are really
that
a
has
good
been
friend.
that has been my life. Not necessarily. It was just, you know, one of the things I couldn't avoid because
okay.
as friends we realized earlier that we are different in different ways. I'm not a preacher; he's a preacher. I can interpret for him. So I would be I know my place; he knows his place. So when we come together, then we work that way.
That's
So as I was explaining, then we would have, you know, different churches coming together. On that day, I think it was Youth Day. It was Youth Day or Youth Month.
Okay.
Then my friend was preaching there, and then I was interpreting. So I could feel, oh, this is the place I want to be. This is the place.
So
I
you're
want to
actually
be.
saying you did not have a church before?
I did have a church. I was going to church somewhere else. So when I went to Restoration Center, I was going there for that gathering. Understand? We were going there for that gathering. Then my friend was tasked to go and preach.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then he said I must interpret for him as he's preaching.
When I was manje magacede preach.
No, it was not immediately.
Okay.
We didn't do it
When was
immediately.
it?
I think it took about a month or 2 months. 2 months.
Is it?
Yeah.
No, this is
It took some time.
interesting.
Yeah, it took some time.
Because your friend was preaching la, and he was also visiting.
He was visiting as well.
So he went there to preach.
He went there to
went
preach.
with you.
He came with me, yeah.
And when I was sala, umngani wakho wahamba.
Yeah, not necessarily like that. He preached, we left.
Okay.
Yeah, it took some months. And then praying about it because I felt something on that day. That is the place I want to go. But I needed to go and pray about it, think about it more, and so forth. I remember the day I decided that I was gonna go to Restoration Center. I think I took about a month or so without going to church. Yeah, to the church that I was going to. So I was no longer going to church at that time. Then my heart would tell me all the time that, no, you need to go to Restoration. You need to go to Restoration. So on that day, I think I just connected. I just connected.
Now we really thank the heart, hey, for so that until you decided to be a member of Restoration House Church, actually. So in this podcast, now we really highlight being born again. So we're not about just going to church and all that.
Sure,
so maybe can you share with us, like, if you are born again first, and also, like, how did you actually come about receiving Christ?
Oh, okay. I am born again. I was born again in 2007. Yeah, that is 16 or how many years?
It's long.
It's long, eh?
Yeah.
Probably 16. Yeah, I think it's 16 or 17 years now. Yeah, that long.
It's long.
So what happened is that I was invited at this party. Someone had invited me at this party because I started drinking alcohol when I was in primary school.
That party.
Yeah, that party. So I started drinking alcohol when I was in primary school. So what happened is that I was invited at this party. I started drinking alcohol, different types of alcohol. So I started vomiting on that night. I think it was 12 o'clock, midnight. So I was alone, and then I was vomiting. Then on that day, I decided I am no longer going to drink alcohol. So I took about maybe a month or 2 months without drinking. Yeah, it was bad. So without drinking and all of these things, without going to parties and so forth. So then another friend of mine invited me to church. He said, let's go to church. Because I was always at home watching TV. I didn't have friends at the time. So because my friends would drink and all of that. So I didn't want to associate with that anymore. Yeah, so he invited me to church. He said there is a church at school. Actually, I was born again at church. I remember very well it was winter, either June or July. Yeah, one of the 2 months. And then I was baptized the following year in January 2008.
So
yes.
I want to ask, maybe did you see a difference, because you were living that life, like you're saying, you used to drink a lot. So now that you had accepted Christ, did you see a difference now with your life, with the way you were now living life as a Christian man?
At that time, when I just got born again?
Yes.
No, there was no difference, actually,
Really?
No major difference. Yeah, I couldn't see a major difference at the time, because I come from a very at that time because I
actually see.
Yeah, because now then when you get born again, being born again, salvation begins in your spirit, not necessarily in the physical and all of those things. It takes time for you to see it in the physical. I actually started seeing my life changing when I started going to Restoration Center.
Wow.
Yeah, I've been born again. I've been born again for that long, but my life actually started to change. Let's say 2023. That's when I started to see, my relationship with God is in this way. And I started applying the principles of the Bible. Now, just recently, you see, during all this time, I used to interpret, as I was saying. I used to interpret, I used to serve at church and all of those things. But I think, you must have a personal encounter with God in such a way that you can look at your life and say, okay, fine, God has changed my life. But I started to see all these changes just recently, but all these years I couldn't see because I was busy saving. Sometimes you're busy saving and all of that. You don't have time to reflect on your life and your relationship with God. So it's just started to see my life changing right now. But I think on that day, then God had planted a seed in the inside of me. It was just a seed at the time, but I didn't see a lot of changes. But when I look at back, even the way I went to the university, it was just a blessing. Yeah, it was a blessing. I mean, there are a lot of people who passed very well.
Yes.
They didn't go to the university. I did. Yeah, I did go to the university. I didn't have money to buy food, pay school fees, and all of these things, but I was able to go to the university, study, finish, got a job. I didn't wait for many months for me to get a job after university.
Wow.
Yeah, a lot of people, they get a qualification and then they wait for about 6 months, a year. So I think I waited for, it was December. I think I got a job in about 3 months after graduating. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's actually, I think, an encounter with God. I was about to ask a question on that, like what are the encounters that you had like during, but like I'm just gonna skip that and maybe ask you, how is your relationship? Because I'm starting to wonder now, what is it actually about Restoration House? Restoration Church, because hey, people are actually experiencing, like as you said, that you started seeing actually your life changing when you started attending there. So maybe can you share with us, how is your relationship with God? So maybe somebody out there, so that they can, like, you can just paint a picture for us, like how is it, or how does a young man who is born again and has received Christ, how is your relationship actually with God?
Yeah, here's how I can put it. You know, like a relationship with God, I think we can put it, I think it's one way in actual fact. It's one way. It's a relationship with, it's God having a relationship with me. It's not necessarily me having a relationship with God. I think it's just one way. Yeah, I think it's one way, because as a human being like this, I make a lot of mistakes. Like, I can quickly get out of the relationship with God. You understand? I think it's God pushing me to stay in the relationship. Yeah, He keeps me in the relationship. I mean, to be born again for 16 years, that is something. That is a great anniversary. I should celebrate that. That is a great anniversary. I'm telling you the truth. I'm telling you the truth. I mean, 16 years is a lot. I know a lot of people who were born again during that time. They are no longer born again. Drink alcohol, they do all these things. But I'm still born again. Then I think it's just one way. If God wants to keep you, I believe God just chose me, because I didn't intend to go to church. I was not intending to go to church. I think it's just one way where God is just fixing my life whenever He wants to. That is why I'm not in a hurry, in a rush to go anywhere. I'm not going anywhere. I'm here. You see, so now then it's just one way where God is saying, I have called you to be my child. Not necessarily, you know, sometimes when we say God has called you, it's when we say you are a pastor and all of those things. You understand?
Yeah,
so
God can really call you to be a child.
Yeah, He can call you to be a child. He can call you to be a born again Christian, and then He can take care of you. Because Mudimugi knows about, okay, what are the challenges and all of these things. So I think it's just one way. Gimudimu on a relationship lena, not to render a relationship limudim, and He's the one who makes me understand the relationship. You understand? Or I'm the one who waits for Him to act. You understand? So I must just follow in the footsteps. In the footsteps, you understand? So today, like let's say for example, an argument, or I make a mistake for that matter. I decide, okay, understand? At that time, in most cases, God will just keep quiet. But He will act when He needs to act, because God doesn't act all the time. Sometimes God just look at you. He knows you are not going anywhere. There are people who are just, I think I'm one of those people who were just chosen by God to be born again. That is why if I don't preach and all of these things, I'm not worried.
Yes.
No, I'm not worried. I know God actually, He wanted to save my life. I'm still understanding, or why me, even today. I can't tell you specifically or why me. But yeah, it's just a miracle. To be born again, actually, it's a miracle on its own.
It is.
Yeah, you ask yourself, why are other people not born again? Why me? Why did God choose me?
And other people do want to be born again, but they can't, because they cannot do it on their own. So if you say God chooses us, that's true. It's actually also a calling to be born again.
There is a word they use, I don't know if it's in the Bible or what. There is a word called to be redeemed. Yeah, there is, Job speaks about that. He says, I know my Redeemer liveth. So I think God has called us to redeem us from what He understands Himself. We may understand some of the things, situations we've been through, but there is just a deeper meaning from His side as to why he wants to redeem us. Understand? So, but the work of salvation is an everyday work. He works on you each and every day. That is why you shouldn't. I'm a leader at youth. So when I look at young people, some of them misbehaving, and so they think I'm bothered. I've been there before. I lived my life for about 15, 16 years. I was not living right for God, but I'm still born again even today. I'm born again even today. Hey, it's not about when each and every day. Yeah, it's not about when each and every day you are living right, you are living right. No, your life is tangible the mistakes there and there. We understand the because we all don't see the way. It's like it's work. That is why the Bible, the light of God or your word is a lamp unto my feet. That is David, if I'm not mistaken. He says, your word is a light unto my feet. So his word can be in the form of a written word, voice in your heart. Or okay, Tovile, don't go out with so and so, with your friends today. Don't go with so and so. Don't do this, and then wawadirala something. We understand that.
Yes.
So, Christian life or salvation is just God calling us into his kingdom. So, and then we just have to learn the kingdom, and then God is having a relationship with us. I don't believe we are having a relationship with him. I don't think so. I don't think so.
Hi,
What do you think about that explanation? It's interesting.
It
I want to
is.
dive more into it. But I
Also,
think maybe it will take
myself,
time. So
no,
I think
it is because what I
There are a
wanted.
lot of things to say.
Yes, what I also wanted to ask is that he's been born again for like a long time. You
Yes.
understand? And the different Uibone now, I don't know if it was where he was or where he is right now in terms of church. You sing that you have changed now and not all along, because you said nothing had changed when you got born again at that time. Nothing changed, but it's now where you see I have changed. Yeah, but things have changed. I'm starting to experience things. So I don't know how to put it, but I want to
think
ask
maybe-
Wena, what do you think is the reason for you to now see the change? Is it you trying to live right, or God helping you now to live right, or is it the community, the church that you are in currently that is helping you to build that strong relationship now? That's what I want to understand, Gatle.
Okay, here's what I'm gonna say. You see life better in reverse. I don't know if you understand me. You will understand your life. You'll understand your life if you look at your past.
Okay.
Or understand that. Yeah, you see life better in reverse. So on that tongue I pronounce hindsight. Hindsight, there are something happens, then you look at it. We're okay fine. This thing it really so you learn from, that experience. So even a Christian life is like that. A Christian life is like that. A Christian life becomes perfect. It's not perfect, it becomes perfect. We understand that. So the Bible talks about work out your own salvation. You understand? So the salvation that you have received still needs work.
Okay.
Yeah, you must work on the salvation. You work on it. On some of the things, some of the people's language is not clean. So you work on cleaning your language. You work on being a pure Christian. You work on those things.
Can I ask?
Yeah.
Do you think you can be able to do that by yourself?
No, you can't. Like I said, God calls you to redeem you. God calls you to clean you. He's the one who's cleaning you. God, these thoughts you want to sometimes it's God pushing you to do the right thing, to do that. That is why I'm telling you, this thing is just one way, guys. Let's just accept. We don't have that power to change our lives. We don't have that power to influence our lives to do the right thing. But it's God influencing us. Like sometimes when I make decisions, it will be months and months of prayer. You know why I do that? I'm asking guidance from God. Only some of the things go with if you don't pray, you will never know them. God will never reveal them to you. But we can just talk here, as a human being like this. Only this saying, like the mind of a person is deep. It's like an ocean. You don't know what's inside the ocean. So the life of a person is like that as well. So when I'm speaking like this, there are a lot of things that I'm not saying. Understand? So there are a lot of things that I'm not saying. But if you pray, because prayer goes deeper. Understand? The prayer goes deeper into the secrets. And then God can reveal some of the things that you would never have found out before making a decision. Let's say, for example, you want to buy a car, and then tanga ya petrol. Understand? So, and then one of feeling no, this car got Bombay. That feeling because you did what? You prayed. Understand? So prayer you did that sensitivity our guide understand? So yeah, I think I believe in prayer more, in talking to God more, because in prayer that is where I find solace. That's
true. What a sermon you just gave us.
I preach better than my friend, actually. I'm joking.
I hope your friend is not watching.
I'm joking.
What is someone really like? I hear you also saying that you're a youth pastor. What are the challenges of young people who are born again? The challenges maybe you do see, or maybe even within yourself. What is? Because I see you speak of God so well, and everything is so gloomy and so nice. But I think let's maybe, if we can, or if there is any challenges that you've encountered, or maybe that that young people who are born again are actually going through whatever challenges that they are, and actually how do they overcome them?
Okay, for corrections, I'm not a youth pastor.
Yes, I was about to say.
A youth what?
Secretary General.
Forgive me.
I'm a youth secretary general. I think it's my calling to be a secretary, because just to give you the background, when I was in grade, I think it's grade 11 if I'm not mistaken, at our church at home.
Yes.
Yeah, I was the secretary. And then my friend was the chairperson. I'm the secretary now, he's the chairperson.
Wow.
So the challenges that I've met there are the challenges that I'm meeting now. As a human being, as a born-again Christian, what I can say is nothing is impossible. We just have complications, situations that are complicated.
Yes.
That is what we have. So only some of the behaviors that you see from young people who are stressed, we understand that is a complication. We understand, especially a young person who doesn't want to follow. And then we're not, okay, fine, I'm taking this person to a better place where their lives will be better. I'm giving these people sermons. I think this is the frustration maybe our pastor also has, to say, I'm giving these people sermons each and every Sunday. But how do you go home and decide wrong after I had just told you this is what to do? That is the frustration that I have. Or, okay, fine, I wish Sister so-and-so can do this. I wish my brother can do this. I wish my brother can stop drinking alcohol and all of those things. But at the same time, you need to understand, or, okay, fine, that complication, if you are looking at it from far away, without understanding, or, okay, fine, this person, there is that complication. How did that situation come about? What happened and so forth? But if you can just go closer and try to understand what happened, I think you would lead better in that way. So in most cases, I think those are the challenges that I face. And one of the things that I don't like, when I talk to someone, I don't want them to, to talk back at me. And I think a lot of young people, they do that a lot.
Okay.
Yeah, they do that. And I don't like it. I don't know why I don't like it, but...
From a younger person.
Yeah, from a young person, if I give you an instruction, I want you to follow that instruction, the way I said it. Wow. So, but, those are some of the dynamics that you have. Renalema 2000, they have their own way of thinking. So now as a leader, what I do is I adjust myself to what is happening around myself and so forth. For example, the chairperson told me to go and lead the junior youth. Those are young. When they speak, they don't care. Emmanuel is here. Understand? And then so I've learned, or it seems like that is how they interact with one another. One day they were having a meeting. They were talking at the same time. All of them. They were talking at the same time. How do these people hear? Yeah, when they were done talking like that, and then they came up with a very beautiful program.
Wow.
I was like, wow. You understand? So, learn as a leader, there is something I must learn from the people that I'm leading. Okay, fine. As a leader, it doesn't mean I know everything.
Yeah.
Oh, I understand. So you just have to learn. But those are the challenges that I face. I don't like when, a young person that I'm leading, they are talking back to me. Or maybe we are conducting a meeting and then I'm talking and then let's say, hey, my friend. You understand that? Yeah, it irritates me a lot. So those are some of the minor things that I find very challenging. Understand? And again, as the leaders as well, like as leaders, you don't agree with one another.
Yes.
You understand that? So that is one of the. Remember, even in the leadership, you have leaders who are young, and some of them they report to you. You understand? So the same thing on the ground is also happening in the leadership. So, but if you can understand, these are people, they don't think what I'm thinking. I think you will lead better. You will lead better. Most of the times, less stress, because now I can adjust myself well with a lot of people, even the people who don't like me. Sometimes as a leader, one of the privileges of being a leader is that you will have a lot of people who don't like you. It's a privilege. I call it a privilege. You will have a lot of people who don't like you for one or another reason. Understand? Okay, Emmanuel is always with faith. Emmanuel is always with Toby. Something. Understand that those things, they come up and all of that. Some of the people, they stop coming to church because of those dynamics. Understand? And then now as a leader, I ask myself, why is this person no longer coming to church? And then when you go to them, they tell you, okay, fine. Well, not really favor so and so. And those are petty things. So you deal with them as time goes on. And then it also taught me patience. You must be very patient with people. People are different. Gregen no evaluate, I'm telling you. Gregen no evaluate, I'm telling you. Yeah, people at church are sick. So as a leader, you must have a heart for people. And I believe God has blessed me with a heart for people because I believe God has called me to serve other people. Understand? Mara akero eleng kire ke na le chaka kwatila akere.
How we are quite.
Hey, you don't know.
I don't know.
Hey, man.
Okay.
I hope it did not.
And while we are there, I want you maybe to tell us or our viewers at home, maybe you can advise on why is it important for one to serve in a church?
I don't know if what I'm gonna say is gonna help someone understand how important it is, but personally I feel God has called me to serve, not necessarily as a pastor or as an apostle, because like most of the times we look at people, pastors, apostles. No, I'm not saying they are not important. They are very much important. What I'm saying is, like, God has called me to serve. I can serve anyway at church. Sometimes you'll find me welcoming people at church. Sometimes you'll find me cleaning at church. Sometimes you'll find me in the committee of youth. You guys used to see me selling outside, whatever is there.
You're busy.
I'm busy. I'm working for God. You understand that? So that is the mentality that I have. It depends on the mentality that people have. I'm not a person who regard a committee. If you find me working at church, you would not know that this guy is secretary youth. You would not know because the mentality. I think yes, you must serve God, not because only position or there is something that you are going to benefit from that. I don't like it when people want to be paid when they are working for God at church. Who understand that? So I don't understand it because I've never gotten paid. I know it's strange to me, or like there are people who get paid, who understand and so. I'd rather go find another source of income outside the church. But at church, I think we should go with the mentality you must serve and never get paid.
Yeah.
That is just my opinion. I think that's how was my life even. My life goes even better when I'm serving God. When I'm not serving,
okay. So when personally, you say it's maybe a must for you because you feel how they are if you're not doing. So now you need to do it because
I think
your life must be
way. Like you take care of God's business, He takes care of yours. So we have come actually to the end of our episode. Brother Emmanuel, thank you so much. If you do have encouraging words or just anything that you don't want to leave out before we close, you can say that because we are about to
close then. Yeah, to a young person out there, an older person out there, the Bible says nothing is impossible with God. Yeah, whatever situation you're going through is just a complication. It's just a situation like that. And that situation has a solution. Every situation has a solution. Understand? So nothing with God is impossible. And also, it is very much important for one to be born again, to receive Jesus Christ as the Lord and Savior. Yes, it's very much important. If you can just receive Jesus Christ as the Lord and Savior, a lot of problems, they will be solved. It might not be today. Yeah, it might not be today. It might not even be tomorrow because, as I was saying, it took me years, years and years and years and years and years. And then here I am. I'm still pushing forward. I'm born again. If I come across another challenge, I'm going to wait on the Lord. And I hope He gives me strength. And I pray He gives me strength. Because there was another situation that I went through as well. He gave me strength. I'm still standing even today. Yeah, I'm still standing even today. And I think what I can say to people is nothing is impossible with God. Nothing. Nothing is impossible.
Hi, Brother Emmanuel, we thank you so much. And to our viewers at home, thank you for watching. If it's your first time, please do not forget to like and subscribe to our channel so you don't miss our exciting upcoming episodes. So also, can you please invite our viewers who don't have a church to come to our church? Like you can, I'm giving you the platform now. I want to test your presentation skills.
Oh, okay. The name of our church is Restoration Center Ministries. Yes. So I'm inviting you to come to our church. And then the only promise that I'm making is that you will receive the word of God. That's all. That's all we will give you. We will give you the word of God. We will not give you water. We will not give you oil. Unless
you're thirsty.
Unless you're thirsty. Yeah, but all in all, Restoration Center is about Jesus Christ. And then we are in El Mafias Extension 4, Corner Love and Drive. That's where we are. You are invited. Please come.
Yes.
Just
thank
come.
you so much.
Sisters and brothers, especially young people, please come to church.
Please come
when
to
you are still
church.
young, when you are still young, when there is still, that vibe.
Yeah. All right. All right.
I knew I was,
Until we meet again, thank you so much for watching. From us, we're saying bye.
Bye.